All right, man. Why it look so dark? We're live, and we are at 1,000 subscribers. And I sure didn't do it. Y'all had to. Uh, what is YouTube saying? So yes, I want to tell you guys thank you so much for uh all that y'all have been doing and helping with this channel and dropping ideas and liking and sharing. I'm guessing somebody's sharing the video somewhere, and subscribing and all that good stuff. We made it to 1,000, over 1,000. Can never really get it right on the head, but I'm grateful. I'm very grateful. I remember when I first made this channel, I didn't know what. Thank you. I didn't know what was going to become of it, and I still am not quite convinced what's going to become of it. But we're going to keep going. John, I have not been feeling my best, but as old folks say, 99 and a half won't do, and you got to. Sometimes you got to push. Sometimes you got to press. Things still have to get done, and y'all know me, I'm a Taurus, so after a while, ain't but so much grazing you can do before somebody gonna strap a plow to you and say, hey, we gotta feel that need plowing. So um, this is kind of like my first official week back in the office, whatever that means. I've been trying to stay out as much as possible, taking it real slow. Went out today and uh, collected some water from the well, got some holy water, got some river water, and some other things, preparing for baths. We're making a lot of baths this week and preparing some spiritual products for folks. So we have class tomorrow. So they'll be working their hand to the bones when they get here. So I don't have to. I don't have to. I just got to go get the stuff and tell them what to do and why we're doing it that way. So that's what's been going on my side. It's been real, real interesting. Real interesting. Okay, let me see if I can. Uh, so we cannot connect the chat. Wow. Well, I wonder why that is. Well, what's the point of doing stuff live if you can't see the chat? Oh, okay. Here we go. Now I can see. Now I can see. So, yeah, so I've been kind of slow in getting back to you guys, or haven't been answering messages, or not been showing up online, all that kind of stuff. I've been so out of it. I can't even tell you. I have been out of it. I've been horizontal more than I've been upright in the past few weeks. But God is good. So we're not gonna keep on complaining about that. What is And I'm gonna take it slow getting back into this kind of thing. So I'm not gonna be on here long at all. I just want to touch base and give my appreciation for 1,000 subscribers. Wanted to drop a couple of announcements. I know that the protection webinar is still not up online yet. I'm working on that, folks. Thank you for your patience. I have not been trying to overdo the process, but we're getting to it. Hopefully, we'll have another webinar towards the end of March. I'm waiting for some things to get back to me as far as the proposal. I have a guest I want to bring on. Actually, I won't go into who it is right now, until we get a definite yes or no. And if they say yes, wonderful. If they don't, I'll be doing it by myself. All right. So we're looking forward to either the third or fourth. Well, let me check my calendar. It probably will not be the third. Uh, no, it'll probably be the last Friday in March. Probably the last Friday in March. Um, is what we'll do. All right, Friday in March. Um, I also want to say that if you ordered, we got some changes coming. So if you here's one of the big changes. I decided to collapse the products. Um, and by that I mean some of the digital products, some of the webinars you could buy the audio version or the video version or the notes separately. Closing all that out. It's causing a lot more confusion than it was supposed to. I was doing it as a courtesy for those who just couldn't afford the whole thing outright. Was becoming more of a hassle to keep up with this person who got this part but couldn't get that, and this part and couldn't get that, and that kind of thing. So if you've already bought it, all right. Um, if you already bought it, let's say you already got the notes from a webinar. After this week, I'm closing that down. So you know it would be in your best interest to buy the rest of that video. Because after this week, what you bought is what you bought. All right. And so the product's going to be relisted as a complete set. It'll still be $75 or what have you, but it'll be a complete set. It won't be broken down into audio here, notes there, video there. It'll be in the complete set. That's just going to make things a lot easier, a lot more streamlined going forward. So you know, just a heads up. Okay. Like I said, those of you who've already bought it, whatever you've already bought will still be secure. You'll still be have access to that, but you won't be able to buy any more out of that same product without having to buy the whole thing. All right. Those who bought the Herb 101 webinar, I don't know how long that thing has been out there. It's been out there for months now. I recorded that August of last year. And the notes were right. So somebody said, Doc, thank you for your little program. But that ain't what I paid for. I was like, excuse what? What do you mean wasn't what you paid for? Clearly says, I mean, Herbs 101. I mean, I try to be real direct with people. I don't like be giving like clickbait and all that kind of like this is herbs. Okay, that's what we're gonna be talking about. And the person was like, yeah, you know, the notes were great, but I'm listening to an hour-long Bible study you have. She said, don't get me wrong, Bible study was awesome. I love the Bible study. It was incredible. One of the best I ever heard. But that ain't what I paid for. So I'm trying to figure out. And so with Gumroad, once you upload a product, you can't actually go back and check the file. So all my videos have the have the pretty much the same file name. Okay. I'm working on that system too. So I said, well, I'm trying to figure out, why are you not? I'm thinking to myself, that can't be the case, because if that was the case, somebody would have said something by now. I mean, it's been months I've had this thing, and people have bought this thing, back to back to back. And I mean, everybody can't just be impressed with Doc's teaching skills. I mean, at the Bible, I mean, people actually want to get what they pay for. So, shall I come to find out? Like I said, I could not go back and check like the product inventory to see what file I had uploaded. It just said the video. Okay, well, so I go back on my computer and I check the date. I said, okay, at least I know what dates the notes were from. So the notes would be from the same day I recorded the video. So I went back, looking in. Wouldn't you know, I got two video files, labeled August 29th or whatever. So I'm not really thinking much of that. That's okay. Maybe I had a client earlier that day or whatever the case may be. And so I'm checking. So I just click on one because I don't know which one was which. It just says August 29th, August 29th. So I click on one. Lo and behold, I'm in a whole Bible study. I mean, I'm talking about didactic, exegetical, hermeneutical Bible study for about an hour and some change. And I'm like, oh my God. There is no way I uploaded, and nobody said anything. So God, there's no way in the world I uploaded this video to these paying people looking for a video on herbs, and here I am trying to break down the Greek and the Hebrew, the Book of James. Don't get me wrong; it was a pretty good Bible study. I did give some contra points in there, but that wasn't for that's kind of like a leaked video. That's kind of like a leaked video. And it just dawned on me, but really baffled me was not the mistake. What really baffled me was, if nobody said anything, I wouldn't have been the wiser. I would not have been the wiser. So I appreciate my customer. She was like, sir, appreciate your little Bible study, but that ain't what I prayed. That ain't what I paid for. Okay, it was nice. Thank you for your little bonus video. Okay, little encouragement for the week, but sir, that ain't what I paid for. Okay, I paid to learn about some doggone herbs. Okay, and you even mentioned a John Root the First. So I went back and clicked on the other August 29 file, and lo and behold, there was a whole 3-hour, 20-minute video on herbs and plants. Because one of the things I was asking them was, I'm trying to figure out, like, are you sure I'm like, you gotta have gotten the right one. Because I'm going back, nobody said anything. Nobody said anything. So it's gotta be good, And I'm going back and I'm thinking to myself, I even asked her, I said, well, what was I wearing? If I can think back, what shirt I was wearing, I kind of figure, okay, what day it was or whatever. I ain't got no kind of response back. She said she wasn't even playing that. She left, bruh. Now you know good and well you ain't get about these people this video they been asking for. So shout out to my customers. Got to love them. Got to love them. It was just so funny. She was like, oh, you was deep. Yep. Spiritual. Just bless my whole soul. But sir, that is not what I paid my money for. It was wonderful. Nice little bonus video. Thanks for the little add-on. But I came to learn about some herbs and some roots, okay, and some plants. That's what I came to learn how to do. So we got that fixed. because it took me forever to realize what they were talking about. But anyway, so we got to figure out an update. So if you did buy, and if you bought the video, now if you just bought the notes, then you don't bother no way because you wouldn't know what's on the video anyhow. If you got the audio, I don't even know. See, now I gotta go back and check the audio. I don't even know what the audio was connected to. See, this is why I had to collapse everything because see, you know, one product in 3 forms is getting too much. It's getting too much, and we're gonna start having, you know, mini classes and webinars monthly. I gotta make this as seamless as possible. Another thing. So while I was going through my shaman sickness, which would heretofore be called, and I may talk about that more in depth in another video. I just don't have the strength to do it right now. But the minute this thing say low power, I'm getting off of here. So while I was in, you know, prayer and sabbatical, the Spirit was just really, really clear to me about your focus this year is teaching the people. Teaching the people. That's going to be your primary focus, teaching the people. And so I got a couple little caseworks. I got to finish up. People, I got to get this stuff out to. I think I've got about 3 cases that are still hot, still on the eye of the burner. But outside of that, I got to be show enough moved by the Holy Ghost to take on your case. I'm not saying Doc is like shutting down shop. I'm just saying I'm not giving out ready yeses like I did last year. As a matter of fact, Spirit trying to give me a prescribed amount of cases this whole year. Like, listen, you got a quantity, okay, and you know, you're not going over that. You're not going over that. So it's going to be a big investment this year on teaching, on training, on educating, on it. So that you don't just have language recognition, but you have language comprehension. Okay. And that's a big difference. All right. Knowing what I'm saying and knowing what I'm talking about are 2 entirely different things. And they're 2 very different teaching styles. So we'll be doing that. I've got about 3 or 4 level 2 students, so they're going to be getting a lot of in the field work this year. They got some last year. They were real shocked last year because I think their first field trip, we was washing feet. They was like, washing what? Who feet? Then we didn't wash no random lady feet. We about to wash some feet today. You know, we about to wash some feet today. We sure are. We getting in between some toes. Thank you, Jesus. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. We that old school. When was the last time you heard somebody talk about foot washing in a serious way? That's why I tell everybody can't, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and go on this rant. Cause I was real censored last year. But this year I'm like, you know what? Sometimes I just gotta put you just gotta be apostolic. You just gotta nip stuff in the bud and just move on, you know. Everybody is not called to be my student. And you ain't about to try to sit here and fuss and fight and scream and scrap to me over that. It's just not happening. It's just not happening. I don't have to sit here and negotiate with you. I don't have to sit here and lower no prices for you. I don't have to sit here and try to and have you try to put me in some existential crisis about my gifting and my value and my worth. Let me tell you, I was about to go in. That ain't happening. Let me tell you, that's an absolute lie. That's a whole complete lie. That's an outrage. It's an astronomical lie. It's a stellar lie. It's a celestial lie. It's an infernal lie. It is a mind-boggling lie. It is an earth-shattering lie. It's an incomprehensible lie. All right. And I am buying it. I vehemently reject that. Number one. So, sir or ma'am, if you feel yourself so inclined, please understand, number one, You not called to be my student. All right. You part of the multitude. You part of the multitude. And people just think they just, it for me is comical. I think it's funny. I think it's funny. I think it's funny because here's the misinformation. Here's the cognitive dissonance. Let me tell you why my age is not as much of a factor as it would be in other circumstances. If you have, let me put it to you like this. Your homeboy is a mechanic. He's a mechanic. Now he's a young mechanic. He's a young mechanic. Okay. He ain't got the first grade yet. But he's a mechanic. But here's the thing. He's been a gearhead since the age of 8. So that means that since he started out earlier in life, he's seen a little bit more. So he can kind of pick out, a shade tree mechanic. He can tell you when it's a radiator just by looking at it. He's got that level of experience. He started out earlier. You see, like with anybody, if you've been in a field long enough, you can just start picking out stuff. You can just start picking out stuff. It's with anything. I don't care if you've been doing hair since you were 8. It don't matter what. If you was drawing since you were 8. If you were drawing since you were 8, you know how to spot. A bad artist agent. You know somebody who's trying to counterfeit your art. You do this since you was 8 years old. If you've been doing hair, you can tell a bad sew-in. You can just smell. You can smell it. It just smell like burnt coffee in the morning. You can smell a bad sew-in because you've been doing this since you were 8 years old. Anything. I don't care if you've been brewing moonshine. You can look. You ain't got to shake it. You ain't got. You can look at that thing and tell the proof of it. You've been doing this since you were 8 years old. Okay. Just gonna drop that there. So back to my initial point, because I'm just waiting for this battery to say we out, and I'm out of here. This is just my rant for today. This is my welcome back rant. This is my 1,000 subscriber rant. Like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and fuss and fight with you. I'm not gonna do it. Why would I? Jesus said, "Kingdom man couldn't be let the Father draw him anyway." You ain't been drawn. You might have been attracted. You might have been magnetized. You might just be in the gravitational pull of the orbit, but you have not been drawn. You see, so you can't be my student. No, right? You're gonna have to be like everybody else on the multitude. What I share publicly, and believe me, that's more than enough. You ain't gotta be mad because you ain't. I think it says, okay, computer running low. I was looking at somebody and then they want to get upset with me. Well, you ain't this, that, and that. I said, okay. I mean, what do you want me to say to that? What do you want me to say to that? Let me tell you something. I can't speak for nobody else. But these people out here who trying to milk these spiritualists dry to the bone, I'm not them. I'm not one of them. I don't take that line down. I will speak up for my family. Right? And spiritualists are you're not just about to come into this particular profession and sit and act like we are not the remnants of the priestly class. You got to be joking. You got to be a fool. I mean an April's fool like that. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You got spiritualists out here who working 2 jobs and trying to read for you. They can barely keep their eyes open, let alone their third eye peeking and looking to your future. And you just want to milk them to the bone, don't offer them nothing. I mean, my good, and it ain't but so much you can barter these days in American society. That's a value. It got to be a show enough barter. I don't know why I'm on this, but I'm on it. I'm on it. It's on me. That's why. So if you're a spiritualist out there, do not. This is exactly why. This is exactly why, as a personal point, I don't criticize nobody prices at all. Period. Point blank. Period. I may think a product ain't shit, but I'm not going to criticize your prices. If you slap a tag on it, baby, I'm gonna support you being able to put that tag on it. And I'm gonna tell, even if I don't know you, I'm gonna tell. Listen, they put that tag on it. That's their tag. Because I don't want nobody saying nothing about me. Just not having it. No, no, and no, and no, and no, and no. All right, I'm out of here. I hold all of y'all in the light of God that never fails. God bless you all forever.